Welcome back to the Juice Podcast. Cody Mitchell here with the SWAC Tournament Review Edition here. College tournament season's been fucking wild already. These games have been off the rail, off the change. Have been fucking awesome though. Me and Connor actually joined the show for today. I'm good to have you back, buddy. We did the Power 5 tournament previews, the ACC, the Big 10, Big 12, SEC, and the Big East. But now we're turning our attention back to the mid-major ranks, too. We've been killing these tournaments. I went 34-11 on my plays on Saturday. Got North Dakota to the final, but couldn't find there's no cash out on this one. No hedge spot for me with North Dakota State. They fall short, but we did play North Dakota State, too, so we made a little bit of money. We got Boston still alive. We got Furman still alive with some of our long shots. Siena is still alive to win the MAAC, what we did. We cashed on Queens plus 400, just to name a few. But let's get into the SWAC because this is one of my favorite tournaments there is. I love the regionality of this league. You have historic programs, historic rivalries, and they all compete for one chance, for one seed to probably play in a play-in game, most likely. Which for this league, it's not terrible. Like, that's not the worst thing in the world to have to play in a play-in game because that, like, technically will count as an NCAA tournament win. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really hard for a SWAC school to get a win. It's been a minute. And this shit's fucking crazy. I really do feel like any team really in the right path can find a way to win this league. Like, I mean, not too long ago, we saw Texas Southern as an 8-seed win this tournament before. Like, it gets wild, and it's really just all it takes is one team to just get really hot, get the right draw, have the right coach, and you can win this one, and you can all cash in. That's why this one is probably one of the better ones when it comes to actual long shots. As far as the odds, Bethune-Cookman plus 180, Southern plus 340, Texas Southern plus 650, Alabama A&M plus 750, Florida A&M 8-1, Arkansas Pine Bluff 15-1, Grambling 22-1, Alabama State is 30-1, Jackson State 35-1, Prairie View 40-1, Alcorn 201, and Mississippi Valley State, the Delta Devils themselves, 500-1. Wow. It's a big one if you really want to get on the Delta Devils here. Not going to be me, though. I can tell you that right now. But let's just get to the bracket. It's a pretty simple layout. You get the double bye. Or you have some teams get the double bye. And then you have some teams that have a single bye. And then you have the playing games. It's just the layout of it is can be a little different. Mostly because I don't like I get it. Like everybody gets I don't know. It's weird. The layout's weird. It's the ones that were like the 1 seeds the 1 and 2 have to play like the next one. I guess it's a little different than the Horizon. Kind of does it way worse than the SWAC does. But let's get into the games here. Alcorn, Alabama State. To me, Alabama State, the team that won this a year ago, they ended up losing to. I can't remember if they won or beat St. Francis. It was like crazy buzzer beater, like full quarter. But I don't remember what team it was. But to me, in this one, it's pretty simple. Alcorn, not a ton to love about this team. They're the bottom half, or the bottom 3 in offense and defense in this league. And Alabama State does play super hard defense with Tony Madlock, who I do think is actually a pretty underrated coach. I mean, you watch the games. If you watch the games, I actually think he does a pretty damn good job on the sidelines there, which SWAC TV, shout out to SWAC TV. It's awesome. You can actually watch these games like you couldn't a long time ago. And the production value is actually pretty good too. So, can't lie to you there. Alabama State, record-wise, 10-21. I didn't realize it was that bad, but it seemed like they were in the majority of these games. They did split the series with Alcorn in the regular season. Or no, they didn't. They only played once, and they beat them once. So they were 1-0 against them this season. For some reason, I thought they split. But for me, I do have Alabama State advancing to the second round here. And the other one, Grambling, Mississippi Valley State. I really don't want to spend a ton of time on it. I love the Delta Devils, and I think they've been playing better ball as of late. They won 2 of their last 5. People are like, what is that? Well, they were 1-26, 0-13 in the league for that. And they were in a lot of the other games too, man. Like, they were in a lot of these games. So, but can I get there? No, I think Practice Prairie, a little too much from the Tigers there. I have Grambling advancing here. Alabama State and Prairie View A&M. Prairie View, a team that played really, really good down the stretch. They won 5 out of their last 6 games. Keep seeing everywhere that's like the sleeper in the SWAC for a lot of people. People like Prairie View to be the team to advance, and maybe I can't remember even what their odds were. Let's get this shit out of there. Prairie View is 40-1, so it's not like crazy off there. But to me, I'm gonna go against the grain there. I'm gonna have Alabama State winning one more game at least to get to the quarterfinals, and then with Jackson State and Grambling, I have the Tigers and Mo Williams and company. Mo Williams has done this in the tournament the last couple of years. He's been here. He's been able to have this team win a few games and advance forward here. Almost got him to the tournament a couple of years ago. I like the Tigers to advance here to the quarterfinals. Bethune-Cookman and Alabama State. Went back and forth a little bit because I do like Madlock's team. For Bethune, though, clear cut, don't get me wrong, best team in this conference. I'm pretty confident in that. But they do have one thing working against them. Dr. Bradley, their best player, has not played in the last 5 games, and I don't really know what's going on. Apparently it was an injury, but some people are also saying it's eligibility issues. And if that's the case, then he's 100% not playing. If he was playing in this game, it would probably be a pretty easy handicap for me to just have them advance, but I don't know for certain. We don't know. But even without him, I think it's enough to get back to Alabama State. But I do think at some point that's going to limit the ceiling for Bethune, but not in this round. Give me Bethune-Cookman. Alabama A&M and Texas Southern, the class, dare I say, the class of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Johnny Jones and company. I mean, 3 tournament bids in his 8 seasons at Texas Southern. That's something to definitely write home about. I think at some point culture is just going to come into play here and it's going to matter. And I got to go with Texas Southern. I have Texas Southern advancing to the next round and take on Bethune-Cookman. Johnny Jones and company. I mean, this is a coach that's won it as an 8 seed. He's won it as a 1 seed. He knows what it takes to win in the SWAC tournament. They always go a little bit farther than they're supposed to when they're not even in one of the top 2-3 teams in this league during the regular season. And, they always play the best ball coming down the stretch into March. Southern Arkansas Pine Bluff. Are we doing this again with Southern? Because it seems like every year Southern's one of the better teams in this league, and it finds a way to lose early in the tournament. They have lost. Now, let's keep going back. It's 4. They have not won a SWAC tournament game since 2020. And they won the 1, but unfortunately the season was canceled. So that's kind of why they won or not kind of why they did, but they didn't get a chance to advance there. But other year, man, they have a good record every year, and it comes down to the tournament. They find a way to fall short. And as much as I don't want to, because I do like this team and I like this program, I actually kind of like what Pine Bluff's got going on. And I know they fumbled a little bit down the stretch, but it is the start of a new season. And we're going to go with Pine Bluff to advance to the semifinals. This is a SWAC tournament. We can't be going straight chalk here. And then down below, Jackson State, Florida A&M. I'm going to give the Charlie Ward Company. I thought this program would kind of fall off a cliff once, Patrick Crary took the Grambling job and then in-state took another in-conference job. But Charlie Ward's coming near year one, and they have definitely not slowed down. They've actually improved a little bit. As much as I like Mo Williams and company, I just think the way that Florida A&M has played, especially down the stretch of the season, is going to be enough to get them over the hump. They won their last 4. Let's get the Rattlers in the semifinals. Now, in the top game, the first semifinal game, Texas Southern, Bethune-Cookman. I have Texas Southern. Still questions about Dr. Bradley and his health and what in the world is going on there. I'm just going to take the coach, man. I like Reggie Theus, but Johnny Jones has been here, and he knows how to win in the SWAC tournament. You give me Dr. Bradley, I might change my mind. But I just cannot trust the fact that he may not be here. So I have the Tigers advancing to the semifinals, or to the finals, my bad. And then a Charlie Ward Company, Florida A&M. I think they keep it going here, and I don't think this is a fluke. I don't think it was something that a flash in the pan. I think his team's actually really talented. I know the odds probably have them a little higher because the metrics don't really love them, and they're kind of the kryptonite to Ken Pom or Bartorvik, how they continue to win games. It's just, I think Charlie Ward's actually a pretty good coach, and I think he will be coaching at a pretty high level here in the next 5 to 6 years. In the title game, though, it's your first SWAC tournament, Charlie Ward. This is Johnny Jones' territory. I have Texas Southern and Johnny Jones getting back to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 3 seasons. The Texas Southern Tigers advance on to the tournament. Now, as far as best bets, obviously if I have Texas Southern win the tournament, I'm going to play them at plus 650. Now, all the odds, again, as always, are from DraftKings. Shop around. You can find odds everywhere else. It's just the book I did the very first one on, tournament preview one, so I just continue to do it the entire way. It's just the easiest. It's just the easiest for me to do. So shop around, find a better one. And then if I have them in the finals, you might as well play them there too. So Florida A&M plus 800. I think one of these two are your winner. Now, Bethune-Cookman playing them if Dr. Bradley is announced, but good luck finding them. Good luck finding that information anywhere. Like, you're not going to find it. I dig deep for this shit, and I can't find it. You better have some inside source of Bethune-Cookman to know this one, or know his mom. Something like that. As far as long shots, I do like Alabama State because I like how they get Bethune early, and especially if Bradley's not playing. If you knock him off there, the path kind of opens up there. So 30-1 for Alabama State. And also, Jackson State wouldn't be a terrible one either because I do think Mo Williams is a really good coach. If they can get by Florida A&M too, they could find themselves into the title game and have some options there. So that's going to wrap up the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We have a few more. I think I'll only do one more tonight. And that is the MEAC. We're doing an HBCU special tonight. So I'm going to get locked and loaded on that one. Until then, I will see you guys. I am out.